Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis got asked during a recent interview with CNN a very basic question and struggled a lot to answer it and dodged the question repeatedly. And because of the subject matter, it's very disturbing to see the way that some Republicans struggle so much with denunciations of the sort that John Berman was trying to get out of Ron DeSantis. And it's on the subject of Nick Fuentes, the mid-20s, I think 25-year-old out-and-out Nazi who has openly, of course, praised Hitler, open anti-Semite, and is currently perpetuating conspiracy theories about the terrorist attack by Hamas on Israel. And Ron DeSantis was willing to denounce those conspiracy theories. But then John Berman just asks a more general question. Are you comfortable with, and do you want to see the end to the association by members of your party with Nick Fuentes? We're getting reporting that some Republicans have been doing strategy sessions potentially with Nick Fuentes and how to do outreach to younger voters. And then also Donald Trump, we remember, widely publicized event, had dinner with Nick Fuentes and Ye or Kanye West. And so DeSantis gets pressed and pressed. And like I said, he was willing to just fully say those conspiracy theories are vile, but then can only get himself to say, well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't associate with Nick Fuentes. Okay, but can you not clearly denounce the fact that other members of your party are? So anyways, here's this, pretty stunning.
You were just talking about Florida. I want to talk about anti-Semitism in the United States and around the world. There was a peculiar statement from American white supremacist Nick Fuentes over the weekend, who said that Israel's intelligence failure, he called it, is, quote, a little suspicious in light of how the Likud government will benefit politically from this crisis, both domestically and internationally. What do you say to a statement like that?
That is totally outrageous. This garbage out there, you hear things, people are saying that the babies really somehow weren't killed, that this is all just manufactured. I understand there's conspiracy theories that can go on, but we've got to put that garbage aside, and we've got to stand with Israel. And yes, we have to condemn the anti-Semitism that has motivated these attacks and that has motivated attacks around the world.
Let me just ask you then, on Nick Fuentes for a second. He ate at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump in 2022. He's also said, among other things, I love Hitler. A guy like that who spreads conspiracy theories like the one you were just talking about. How do you feel about Republicans associating with him?
Well, I reject all conspiracy theories of that nature. I think that we just have so much garbage in our society right now.
That wasn't the question at all. If you reject the conspiracy theories, we heard your response to that. Members of your party associating with him.
Now, I mean, it broke my heart to see those demonstrators. It breaks my heart to see college students putting out praise of Hamas. All across the board. I mean, I think we just have to stand up together and do what's right. And so, yeah, look, I'm proud of what we've done in Florida. We've signed major legislation to combat anti-Semitism. We've provided security assistance for our Jewish day schools, and we've beefed up Holocaust education because it's important that we never forget. So we've led by example here with our deeds, and I think that's part of the reason why we have such a strong community here.
All right. You didn't answer my question on Nick Fuentes. Are you going? I'll move on if you're not going to give a direct answer. Are you going to give a direct answer to that?
Honestly, you were kind of garbled about Mar-a-Lago. I mean, someone was saying something bad. Obviously, my record speaks for itself. I just want to know if Republicans should be. I just
want to know if Republicans should be eating with Nick Fuentes.
I would not do that.
Okay.
I would not do that. That wasn't the question either. Do I have to say glad that you're not going to do that? Okay. No one should. Especially not people with positions of power. But, wow. There are a few subjects that I think you don't have any justification to go back to your politician speak. Here's all my talking points I want you to hear. Hey, yeah, I denounce, I guess, generally all forms of conspiracy theories and all the anti-Semitism, but won't speak to exactly what you're saying. And You were asked a basic question. Are you okay with the association of members of your own party, such as the leader of your party, Donald Trump, with Nick Fuentes, open white supremacists like Nick Fuentes? And he goes, well, I mean, there's just a lot of garbage out there. What? And it only reflects on how you perceive your own party and members of your own party. If you don't think it's a political winner, separate from your principle, regardless of your political ambitions, if you don't think it's politically advantageous, maybe you're in and trying to appeal to the wrong people. Because it should be very easy. And I can tell you any Democratic politician or many Republican politicians would be able to go, I think it's horrible that any Republican would associate with that person, and their ideology obviously being the important part of that, what they believe. And any endorsement of that or just vague association with it is horrific. Lying about mass killings of people such as the Holocaust, lying about current killings of people, just vile anti-Semitism, vile white supremacy. Those are things that there's no reason for, no justification for, no apology for. Going back to, I'm going to just sort of go through my general talking points. It should be very easy to go, let me answer directly what you just said. Absolutely not. No one in my party. I do not want anyone in my party to associate with that person or their values or their ideology. And again, separate from even someone on the other political side, my analysis of the situation, you are saying a lot about what you think about who you're appealing to if you can't, at least a part of who you're appealing to, if you can't clearly denounce those values. Again, and it is a part, a fringe. I'm not trying to say all of the people that he's running for, but the fringe, apparently he thinks it's important enough. Or he's too afraid to go against Trump in that situation. That could be it. But whatever the reason, very vile and a poor reflection on his own character. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. And there's a link in the description.